Welcome to the show that talks about Tulsa. People making a difference in the Tulsa community. Special guest interviews spotlighting local businesses to covering important issues within the community no one else is talking about. The hot topics and more. Ladies and gentlemen, this is World One Development's News You Can Use with your hosts, Mr. Charles Harper and Ms. Damali Wilson.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to World One Development's News You Can Use. We want to thank everyone for either listening on the radio, watching us on Facebook Live, and on www.KBOB899.com, or tuning in to any of the News You Can Use media networks, which are powered by World One Development. We really appreciate that. I am your hostess with the mostest, Ms. Damali Wilson.
And I'm Charles Harper. It's Wednesday, a.k.a. Hump Day, June 5th, 2024. And we are live every Wednesday at 1 p.m. right here on KBOB 89.9 FM and simulcast on the News You Can Use Media Network, powered by World One Development. We are set for an exciting show, you guys. You better call your mom and them and tell them you can dial in at 918-856-3873 or post your comments on our Facebook Live feed at World One Development.
So, on today's show, y'all know what it is. It's the Post Report with our very own Lieutenant DeLawrence Sanders. He's going to be talking about domestic violence. You know, we haven't talked about that in a minute.
Yep. We'll also talk about Juneteenth 2024 and some of the activities that are coming up, as we'll also have musical performances.
And, of course, our Hump Day Hot Topics, which are former President Donald Trump is found guilty. What are your thoughts about that? And the Negro Baseball League is finally getting its recognition. Find out how. Birthdays and more.
This is News You Can Use right here on KBOB 89.9 FM and simulcast on the News You Can Use Media Networks, powered by World One Development. We'll be right back, you guys.
The 36th Street North Event Center is a full-scale event center where we share the experiences of the community. Events 25 East 36th Street North. To book your next special event, business gathering, or community event, call us at 918-200-9046.
Fitting Back In is a reintegration program designed to help those released from prison to fit back into the community as productive, valuable members of society. They help schedule various classes such as anger management, substance abuse, and mental health. They also work with different programs in the community to provide job training. If you or someone you know needs help with resources in career development, employment, or housing, to find out more information, call 918-592-3500 or stop by 2121 North Harvard Avenue, Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m.
EduRec is a youth and family fun center located at 5424 North Madison Avenue in Tulsa, Oklahoma. At EduRec, we offer a host of activities for children and families of the Tulsa community at little to no cost. To find out about the many programs, activities, and services offered at EduRec, please visit our website, www.edurectulsa.com, or just give us a call at 918-430-3947.
The Juice Radio Show and KBOB 89.9 would like to say thank you to all of our listeners and sponsors who donate to help keep our media program alive, reaching the community. The Juice Radio Network continues to expand as influencers in the community of North Tulsa and beyond, but can't do that without your help. That's why it's important that we as a community continue to support the Juice Radio Show and keep 89.9 on the air. The community not only deserves this service, but needs this service. Let's continue to support the mission and giving a voice to the voiceless and donate to the Juice Radio Show. The Juice Radio Show is a nonprofit 501c3 powered by KBOB 89.9 and Eden Media Services, operating solely off the gifts, donations, and contributions made by listeners like yourself. All donations made to the Juice Radio Show are tax deductible and can be sent to 1216 North Lansing Avenue, Suite D, Tulsa, Oklahoma 74106.
It's Tulsa, Tulsa. I see you here in Tulsa. I'm in Tulsa chillin'.
We appreciate your continued support and thanks for listening to KBOB 89.9 FM. Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's that time again for Juneteenth. It's the largest celebration of African American freedom in the United States. And it all goes down Saturday, June 8th through Saturday, June 15th. Come celebrate the culture, vendors, entrepreneurship, ownership. We're talking black excellence. Juneteenth. And it all kicks off Saturday, June 8th with the Juneteenth Fashion Show at Vista 21. Tickets are online. Then Wednesday, June 12th, the Lovers Lounge R&B session at Lowdown. Tickets are online. And if that wasn't enough, it's still going down Thursday, June 13th on historic Greenwood, 11 a.m. for the Greenwood and Archer Block Party and Street Festival with live bands performing all day. Also June 13th, the Black Wall Street Pitch Competition at Greenwood Cultural Center at 6 p.m. Admission is free. Then Friday, June 14th, Freedom Through Wealth at the OSU Auditorium. Admission is free. Then Friday night, June 14th, grab your lawn chairs, blankets, and it's time to hit the OSU Greenwood lawn for the live concert with R&B songstress Kiki Wyatt. And just when you thought it was over, Saturday, June 15th, it's Tulsa Juneteenth Wellness at Guthrie Green from 7 a.m. till 3 p.m. Family Field Day and 5K Run, 12 p.m. until 3 p.m. at the Guthrie Green. Then, the Saturday night finale, Saturday, June 15th, it's the R&B Throwdown with the legendary H-Town performing live. Also special guest, Tamar Braxton, live in concert. Tamar Braxton performing live. Juneteenth 2024 in Tulsa. For a complete list of performers and performance slot times, visit the official website, tulsajuneteenth.org.
Yeah. All right, I'm playing, y'all. This is News You Can Use right here on KBOB 89.9 FM and simulcast on the News You Can Use Media Network. And we are back.
And we are back. So News You Can Use is all about shedding some light on the positive happenings in our community. There are many great businesses, programs, and events occurring in our neighborhood, and we felt the community needed to hear about those things, one, so we can support, and two, so we can be informed.
What's going on, family? I'm Charles Harper, Chief Executive Officer of World One Development, which includes fitting back in EduRec Youth and Family Fun Center, 36th Street North Event Center, and Oklahoma Community Support Coalition. My job, because the world wants to know, is to provide leadership for all aspects of World One Development with the emphasis on long-term goals, growth, profits, and a return on that investment. And I am so excited and I am so elated to be one of the creators of this phenomenal show.
And I'm Damali Wilson, Chief Operating Officer for World One Development. And my job is designing and implementing business operations and establishing policies that promote company culture and vision. I am also in charge of social media for all of the World One Development entities. If you would like to advertise your business or organization on this show or any of our other individual platforms, please send me your contact information on Facebook Messenger so we can talk. I am also happy and elated to be one of the creators of this phenomenal show.
Damali, what's happening?
Man, I am still tired.
It is hump day. You supposed to be tired on hump day.
Man, no. From the weekend and, Monday, Tuesday, I'm still tired.
It's still hump day. Everybody tired on hump day. You don't get no pass. Everybody.
Don't get no pass?
That's why they tune in to KBOB 89.9 FM. World One Development News You Can Use with us, because it's our job to, one, get ourselves. They don't know that.
Okay.
But then also them over the hump. But it's a good day. It's a beautiful day, Tulsa. It's a lot of good energy, a lot of good vibes. There's been a lot of great things going on. The weekend was crazy.
Man, it was crazy, crazy. We started out our weekend, first of all, it was JB's birthday.
Boy, that was the kickoff.
You know it.
Yes. So we actually went to Fixin's and had us a good time at Fixin's, eating and celebrating his birthday. Kevin Johnson was actually in the building, so we took pictures.
We celebrated the 1-year anniversary of Fixin's
and
opening.
We did the 1-year anniversary.
To the date, at the time.
We were there 1 year ago.
Yeah, at the exact same time.
Yep.
And the food was hot and fresh.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Man, I got
that catfish
big
is hard to get away from, man.
Man, it's hard to miss with that catfish. I had that catfish.
It's the cornbread for me.
And on that salad, I did something different. I put the little house ranch with the other little sauce with it. I'm going to tell y'all, that's a hit. I think I've come up with an invention. Based on somebody else's sweat equity. I think I got something. I'm telling you. But big shout out to JB Smooth. We can't take it for granted. Our friends and family getting birthdays nowadays.
That's right.
Man, today's in times of crazy. So JB Smooth, happy birthday to you again. I'm glad we can hang out.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I'm so elated with all the love we received.
Yeah.
Over the weekend from you guys I got to go home for a little bit and
Yeah.
did some fishing and went out with my boys.
Did you catch some fish?
We didn't catch nothing. I think it was a little too hot Sunday morning because we went Sunday morning.
Right.
Okay.
It was a little humid.
Yeah.
So the fish they was hiding.
Yeah, they like, we ain't messing with you.
Yeah, but my brother had went later on in the evening, caught a bunch of fish. So I was like, maybe I just went too early.
Yeah.
Gotta hit it just right, though.
Yeah.
I knew it was JB birthday. He was dipping all through the hood, man. He had his Lokes on.
Yeah.
He was bumping the system. Kept trying to flag him down. He keep telling me, I'll be back. I'll be back.
I was coming to the Legacy Fest, but I just got caught up with my people, man. You know, when you with your people, man, they don't get to see you that often. It'll be different.
Well, and we kept the party going.
We sure
So
did.
later on that evening, we actually went over to Friendship Church.
Right.
If you guys don't know Montre Tisdale.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
Very
my
talented
God.
kid.
And the
Man.
Friends Corral. And he got some friends now.
He got a whole bunch of friends.
Woo, he got a whole bunch of
He
friends.
got people.
And they can sing.
Yeah, they can do good. So shout out to the NYC You Got That Film crew.
Yes.
Big Rue rolled in.
Yes.
Corey, Mr. Corey
D.
D, he kind of got up and introduced
Yeah.
the host for the night.
Yes.
And so he did a good job with that. But the church was packed. You can't often get people out on no Friday night.
That part. And let me tell you something. The choir sung themselves happy.
Oh, my
Like they were
goodness,
supposed to be singing to us. At one point, we looked up and all the choir is laid out all in the choir stand. I'm like,
they
what?
done slang themselves into the spirit.
Exactly.
And wasn't nobody left with us. Like,
Right.
well, I was going to grab the mic, but I was like, man, my voice wasn't feeling good that day. You know what I'm saying? But Montre Tisdale, I had never seen him perform, so I had the live video on. When he ran out, I could tell the way he ran out it was over.
Yeah.
One, his feet wasn't really touching the ground. I said, oh, he is super light on his feet. He glid up on stage. He had the diamonds on the number 23 representing his uncle.
Was
Yeah,
he lightweight
Wayman
Kirk
Tisdale.
Franklin status?
Oh,
yeah.
man.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
over.
He's
For
on
sure.
his way?
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
he on his way.
Yeah,
He on his way,
his
for
way.
sure.
Dietrich Haddon,
Yeah,
Kurt
yeah,
Franklin.
kinda right on there.
He
Yep.
is that. He is him. What the
Yeah.
kids say, he is I am him.
him.
Whatever they say.
Yes.
That's who he is. So shout out to him. Pastor J, too.
Yeah.
Pastor Jamal Dowds for opening up Friendship Church, man. All their members, volunteers, staff, ushers.
Yeah.
I started to do communion. They made me feel like getting saved all over again. I said, somebody got a communion thing. You know the little
Oh, Lord.
No, I'm a
Y'all
stop.
get him.
We had a good time.
But
though.
we did. We had a really good time. And, you know, it was funny because that concert was slated to be for an hour and a half. So it was supposed to start at 7, be done by 8:30. Not. We left at 10 o'clock. And we kept saying, we're going to leave in a minute. We're going to leave in
We
a
was
minute.
supposed to leave
We're
at
going to leave in a
9.
minute. Yeah.
Man, we couldn't leave.
Yeah, it was so awesome.
They
you
had
know.
only, Damali, for me, I think they had only warmed up
Yes.
at
about a-
8:30.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of special guests live in studio, too,
Yeah.
man. They had people flying in
Yes.
from all over the country.
Yes.
So kudos to him. Go out and get his music.
Yes.
You know, go if you don't know, go get his music, follow him, follow what he's doing, because man, that's just a young man doing big things.
Yes.
And he represents Tulsa.
Yes. Then also Saturday. So, you know, our weekend, I'm telling y'all, our
Lord, the
weekend was
weekend was
stupid.
crazy.
So the reason why we were going to leave early from the concert is because we had the Expungement Expo on Saturday morning. So I had to be there early, had to go pick up the donuts, you know.
Coffee,
And
cream.
yeah. So, you know, we get over to the Expungement Expo. When I get there, I'm the first person there. When I get there, first of all, there's 50 people already in line.
Early.
Like it's Black Friday.
That's a beautiful thing, man.
Yeah,
That's
it
it.
really is. You know, the attorneys were there. We got everybody in, got them all set up. And the one thing that I was most happy about is that we were able to, you know, we talked about Miss Myrna Daniels,
Yes,
who
that was
actually
big.
lost her life
Yeah.
to family from our
Brother.
Yeah.
And I was happy that Mark was there from the city.
Yes,
And
Mark
I was
Dreyer.
happy that Beverly Atterbury.
Yes.
I mean, they gave their word. Let me tell y'all something right now. Miss Myrna, I only knew her from the Expungement
Right.
Expos.
Right.
I've never seen so many people at a funeral ever.
Right.
At the 36th Street North Event Center.
Right.
I'm telling you, it was loaded from the corner of 36th Peoria.
Yeah.
You thought it was another something going on in the other church parking lot. So that's what we got to do for our community, though. So that was a big thing. But back to the expungement.
Yes.
Basically, the 36th Street North Event Center is a courthouse.
Yes.
So the municipal court, the DA's office, about 30 attorneys, you coming in and you getting that stuff taken care of. We'd expunge right at 600 people's records.
Right.
Talking about
And the
back
great
then.
thing today, I'm sorry, not today, but the great thing on Saturday was that we had attorneys that showed up that didn't even come to the training. They were just like, hey, we ended up, you know, our plans changed, and so we want to come in and help. So that made things go a whole lot quicker because
Right.
we had those extra attorneys there. So, you know, we want to give a huge shout out to all of the attorneys who participated
Yes.
with us. You know, huge shout out to all of the volunteers. We ended up having more than enough
A lot of
volunteers
volunteers.
to make sure that everybody was seen and taken care of. Our security security staff did a phenomenal job of making sure that everybody got matriculated through really well. So it just ended up being a great day. Shout out to the Tulsa County Bar Association for paying for lunch for everybody. You know, shout out to District 1 City Councilwoman because she was able to go and work with the black business owner to actually get. We had them chicken wings.
It was wing bones everywhere.
Man, wings.
It was so many
JB,
hot
you
wings.
missed the wings.
You couldn't come. It was any flavor. It was boxes
my
and boxes and boxes.
What about
of
that
wings.
corn?
The corn was all seasoned.
Now, what place was this?
This was at the Expungement Expo.
Who did the wings?
Wingstop.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they stopped. At the 36th Street North Business Stop. Wingstop right here.
Yeah.
And man, they look, this is done when you know you're doing it good. They had the celery sticks all wrapped up.
I know,
and
it was
carrots all. And my favorite, they had some Hawaiian rolls, baby.
Yo,
man.
the Hawaiian
if you get
rolls.
some Hawaiian rolls
With some wings?
with
Man.
some wings,
It's like a
dream
death
come
blow.
true. It's
Yeah.
a dream come true.
You out of there.
And shout out to Oasis Fresh Market. They provided us with breakfast.
Shout out
So
to them.
they provided us with fruit and orange juice and breakfast bars. So we really appreciate that. But that's what community does. We all come together for one common cause. So thank you so much. We appreciate you guys.
Just like that. So make sure you stay locked in. We'll be doing another one before the year is out. But Damali, when you're talking about getting back in the game, when you had that old stuff off your record, you get it off. Now you can get that job, that house, that car. Get your kids back.
Insurance.
Maybe get off child support. Also get some
Insurance.
life insurance.
Yeah.
They could deny you for having some on your record.
Yeah.
But anyway,
So-
kudos to the people that came out. It
Yes.
was the sixth one that we've done.
Yes.
And it was, I would say, it's been one of the better ones.
It was,
That's for
because
sure.
it was very, very smooth.
All
So,
right.
thank you to everybody who participated. And then not only, so once we did that, we had to switch out of 36th Street North gear and just immediately jump into our News You Can Use gear because we had to go down to Legacy Fest.
Yes, indeed.
That's what I'm telling y'all. Y'all don't understand the struggle this weekend. It was
Crazy.
Real. It was real.
Let me tell you something. It was crazy on Greenwood.
It was crazy.
In a good
on
way.
Greenwood.
For y'all
Yes.
listening in all around the world, my bad. Appreciate y'all. And all the secret listeners. They
Yeah,
done
we see
pulled
y'all.
up.
We see
Everybody on the
y'all.
live. Y'all in here. I got y'all. I'm going to get some shout outs in a minute.
Yes.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. But yeah.
Yes.
Legacy Fest.
So Legacy Fest, there was so much going on. And, we told you guys already that Charles and I received the Black Media Award
Right.
this year on behalf of the squad. So we were excited. Our whole squad was there. Well, not
was
the
up
whole
in
squad. Angie, we missed Angie. She had to go out of town.
Right.
But everybody else was there. So we had a really good time. Oh, and AJ had surgery. So you guys be praying for him.
He on the live. Shout out
Yeah.
to AJ, man. I'm glad you're doing good, Mr. Energizer. You
Yes.
can't keep the fro down. Shoot, the fro is back, baby.
Yes.
Welcome
You
back
better
down
ask
at
somebody.
J-Bone Lounge.
So with the exception of those two, the whole rest of the squad was there. We had a great time. Our families were there.
Yes.
And so, we got to participate in that event, go up on stage. What about Roland Martin? Let me just ask you about that.
And Roland was in his clown suit with a
The
clown
whole
hat.
clown suit.
He had it going on.
Uh-huh.
So
He was in rare form. I saw some video.
yeah.
Rare form.
I'm gonna add
He seemed
this.
to be very happy to be there.
Yeah,
Oh,
he was.
yeah.
And I'll say this. He should have been happy because let me
Yes.
tell y'all something. We got to give big kudos to Dr. Tiffany Crutcher.
Yes.
The Terrence Crutcher Foundation, her committee, her volunteers, and everybody.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling y'all right now, that has been one of the best events. Because I've been to all the Legacy Fest.
Yep.
I've been to Juneteenth for about 10 years.
Yep.
That has been one of the best I have seen in terms of how everything was flowing and the food trucks and the people and the sound. I kept eating. See, I'm motivated by the food. But anyway. It was just really, really good, and it seemed like that preparation made it where. I'm gonna tell you who was back in the cut. I knew it was over. KBOB.
Oh, yeah.
I seen Eli. I said, "Is that Eli and Tiller with
Yeah.
shades on?" They both
Yeah.
had lokes on. I said, "Oh, it's over now."
Straight.
But
chili.
anyway, I got to shout out to them, man, because they did a phenomenal job, in recognizing, it's social justice issues and things like that.
Right.
But Roland Martin,
Uh-huh.
he had a hat on, JB. He had a hat on.
Yeah.
He had on his gear. What the Divine Nine do to Molly?
Oh my God, the Divine
The Divine Nine showed up in droves.
They
y'all.
showed out in droves. They did, of course. Everybody was represented. Sigmas were there and were representing. I thought Sanders was gonna get up there and step there for a minute.
That's all right. All
Yeah.
right. Yeah. He was stretching his calf.
You got at the back of the line.
Yeah, I got the back of the line, but I had the police uniform on, so I didn't do nothing.
Can't go all the way through
yeah,
with
you
that.
couldn't, yeah, you couldn't roll. Yeah.
You mean, got a little pow, pow, pow.
Yeah.
Pow, baby, signal style. You got to slow that thing down. but I'm just gonna say
It was nice.
good. And
It was nice.
the other awardees. So thank you so much. We are overly appreciative.
Yeah.
One of having this platform.
Yes.
For over 4 years, and we have never missed a show.
Yeah.
So to be recognized in that way, I think was great. But Tierra Estes.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
was
Retro Marv over there. Retro.
Man.
They talked about. Listen, Roland Martin, he got banned. He on the ban list. He can't come to retros.
Okay, because you can't mess with Marv. No fish, no chicken, no wings
No,
for him.
nothing.
What happened?
Because he was clowning.
He was
clowning.
clowning.
And Marv said, all right, you on the ban list.
And don't even look at my little purple go-kart with
Right.
the wheels on it. And also,
Yeah.
shout out to Marcus Harper, man. They
Yes.
recognize him as community impact person as well.
Yes.
So, and then well as us. So it was, and all of our local leaders was there.
Yes.
You
yes.
know,
So
so that
we
was
had
a
a good
good
time.
thing.
Yeah. And you know what? I just love that it was all family oriented. You know,
Yes,
your
indeed.
grandkids were there. My grandkids were there having a good time. My grandkids had a whole feast.
Right.
My daughter packed them. They was eating grapes and strawberries and all kind of stuff, but they had a good time.
Now,
So
let me
it
tell you
was-
this.
it was
Let's get to the good stuff. What about the artist that performs?
fun. Man. So
What about the artist?
Tony Mason did his thing.
Didn't he?
Did his thing. Yes. But you know,
Can he miss? Tony Mason can't miss.
can't miss.
I've been knowing Tony Mason for about 20 years. He haven't missed yet.
Yes, did
So,
a
shout out to
phenomenal-
him.
But
He did-
the most phenomenal job
Right.
has to go to Majesty Pearson.
You.
She did that thing. I was like, Majesty, you better come on out your box and show them what you working with.
See, Majesty, when I looked at it, I said, see, that's that 20-something-year-old juice she got.
Okay.
All flexible, bones popping out, percolating.
I
mean,
know.
she
But you know
wasn't-
what? My favorite thing is
Yes.
at one point the music went out. For whatever reason, sound went out. I love my community because you know what we did? Community stood up and said, we're going to sing the song. Y'all keep dancing. And they just kept
we
on
rocked
going
the
like
whole
it was,
thing.
yeah. Kept going until they fixed the sound.
And it was about, what, 30 seconds?
Yeah, it wasn't long,
So
but
it's kind of
they
like
was singing.
It's kind of like when you're at church and then they cut the mic. They say cut band and you just sing.
on
and they
singing
it was kind of
anyway.
one of those
Yeah,
moments
yeah,
when we were singing
yeah.
for a minute. They said get this music back on before we mess up the
Because they
show.
going to keep on going.
Let
What
me
song
say
was
this.
it?
Let me
we
tell
don't
you
remember?
this.
No.
We don't sing
Oh,
like them and
man.
artists like that. But
Yeah.
we was feeling the energy. You know how
Yeah.
we do. We just dance. The beat drop. We in
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Let me say this. I'll say this. That was, and I know she performs a lot, but that's the best I've seen from Majesty. And I've seen her
She
do some
did that.
great shows,
She
man.
did that.
But this one,
She was dancing and pop locking, and I'm like,
JB, I'll be honest. In my mind, I'm like, that's
We've done
Beyonce.
some, we've done
Yeah.
some shows with Majesty, and every time she is
She delivers.
She will literally have you in tears.
Yeah.
Man. She puts her heart and soul in everything she,
She did
does.
that.
Yeah.
She did that.
It was, I mean, literally, if you were
Black Wall Street
I was literally
Beyonce.
thinking, is this not Beyonce up and
I'm thinking more Whitney Houston.
No.
With
Mariah
you should've seen her.
Carey.
No,
and she can't
you
dance
should've
either.
seen her.
No, Majesty is what
She
you
said
call
she can't dance
Majesty.
either.
Yeah, she can't dance. And none of them can dance. Majesty is giving you the
Oh,
whole
she had the
package.
dance move.
Oh, she had the dance.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
See, I didn't get to see that.
It was more like a Janet
Man.
Jackson, Rhythm Nation
Hey,
type.
we was
you know
live.
what I'm saying?
Hey, go back to the World One
Okay.
Development. If you missed it on the live, what's going on,
Go
y'all?
back.
If you missed it, just go to World One Development News you can use,
Yep.
and we was live, and you can see Tony Mason, Majesty, and everybody else. But the headliner, baby,
Mr. Anthony Hamilton killed
Man, Anthony Hamilton.
it. Nailed it.
JB, have you seen Anthony
Nails
Hamilton?
in the coffin.
Have you seen Anthony Hamilton?
It's been some
perform?
years, but I have seen him.
Oh, he did that.
Anthony Hamilton is a
He
bad
was
man.
ready.
Anthony Hamilton, he's top tier, A-list
Yeah.
R&B when it comes to it's Charlie Wilson, then it's the Isley Brothers, then it's Anthony
He
Hamilton.
right there.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what I thought when he was performing. I was like, you know what? In 5 or 10 more years, that's Charlie Wilson because you can't beat Uncle Charlie. Now,
Now.
Uncle Charlie, he
Well,
put on
he-
a Sailor Man, and he gonna give it to you. But
Anthony's that down on Southern boy, so
He-
you know
for
give it
sure.
to you.
For sure.
he got that. You know that. Oh man, but all of his music is. He has a catalog that's just been crazy. So
Yeah.
Right.
I
Like
can
every
only
song,
imagine.
it was just hit after hit after
Oh,
hit.
yeah, definitely.
Everybody singing. So, and some of them was, okay, that's the younger folks. That's the, kind of our age group,
he
but we all-
tours
yeah.
every day, every week. He's on
Man.
tour. For the last 10 years, he's been touring.
He
so.
killing
Yeah,
it.
and I'm just gonna do this. I just want to say this to our first responders because these are 2 huge crowds we done had. We had the rally.
Yeah.
Now we done had Legacy Fest, and shout out to our first responders because when
We
things
did
go wrong, we
Mayfest
say
too, so that's 3.
and Mayfest. So that's
Yeah.
3.
Yeah,
You know,
just boom,
we still
boom,
gonna talk
boom.
about the next big one coming up.
Yeah, yeah.
But we went back to back to back like that. So shout out to our first responders for keeping us safe
Yeah.
and letting us just get our groove on without any problems.
Shout out to my feet. My feet hurting.
Your feet was
People
hurting.
say-
I will
It
say
was a lot.
this. Yep. I don't think it has to be said that, because I saw some comments online after the weekend, and people was like, "Well, thank God nobody acted a fool." And like, it should be expected that we know how to act when we come out and gather.
Yeah.
That we don't have to make those type of statements. I just wish we would get out of that mindset. Like, you have to be worried about something bad happening when a lot of black people come together.
You know what? There's always going to be the negative Nancy's, and you just can't.
But you know what? I don't even think it's about color no more.
No.
It's like now, it don't matter where you go.
Yeah,
it's just
anywhere.
good to have any kind of event anywhere in the world, and ain't nobody shooting, fussing, and cussing. So
that's true. But
I don't even look at it.
We get a bad rap sometimes.
Well, and that's why we have this radio station and this platform, so we can tell our stories our way and to let people know that is not the norm. That's not what we do. We come together and we have a good time in our community, and we circulate our dollars with our own.
And let me tell you about the thousands and thousands and thousands of people. I mean, it was so many people you couldn't even see the end. It was heads and weaves and ponytails.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
I got too far in there. I'm sorry, y'all.
You took that too far.
All my
You took
sisters
that
on
too
live,
far.
and the brothers had their stuff. It was live. It was just everybody was whipped and dipped. Everybody edges was laid.
Yeah, we had a good time.
Brothers had their beards together, had their line. They sprayed them corners. Me too.
Don't do that.
I'm saying it all. You know how to spray that beard in. I'm like,
See,
your beard.
What? JB, what's wrong
No,
with
I'm just
him?
saying for the rally they didn't have a beard. I'm
Here
like,
go
you didn't have
Charlie.
it. Now you got a full beard.
He on one.
Uncle Charlie right
He
here.
on one,
People be
right?
ready. They
He is
knew.
on one. All right, so
Good job, Tulsa.
yeah, y'all did
Good
a great
job,
job.
Tulsa. It was
Okay,
awesome.
so the NBA Finals.
Yes. It's set.
NBA Finals
It's
is
set.
set.
You know what?
Tomorrow
Night it's going down.
It's going down.
If you're missing it Thursday, it's the Dallas. Who you got, JB? Well, you got
You know who
it.
I'm going with. I'm going to go with the boys I started with, Boston Celtics.
You going with Boston?
Tatum and Porzingis, they got to come through.
Right. I'm going to say this, and I hope we get to a point where we don't have to say it, but it's two African-American coaches
Yeah.
meeting up in the finals.
I love it.
I'm only saying that because a lot of times we just don't
don't
get
know
those
that.
opportunities.
Yeah.
And I think anytime something like this happens, it's not just the team.
Yeah.
It's the leader.
Yeah.
It's the captain of the ship.
I will
Yeah.
say
Yeah.
this. Every Dallas game I watched, my man's been right there behind his team every game. Mark Cuban,
Oh, Mark Cuban
yeah,
don't play.
yeah,
He's one of them
yeah.
kind of owners.
he is there riding with his team in the trenches, rooting his boys along, sitting right behind them.
It's not really about that. You want to tell you what it's really about?
What's that?
He really want to play.
Is that what it is?
But the way his mom and daddy genetics are set up, he don't have no chance to get out there on
Right,
the court.
right, right.
I really want to
love
support
his
him.
energy, man. He's there with it. I love that about him.
He do.
You don't see that with every professional sports team.
Right.
The
Right,
owner being there. They're usually in the press box.
You don't even know who they are most of the time.
He is definitely vocal.
Mark
and
Cuban is that guy. I like him. I like
good
Mark
with his
Cuban.
team.
I know one owner I wish didn't do that.
Jerry Jones. I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to say it because I don't want us to go. Y'all stay on the live. We got a couple thousand people on. Stay on the live. Relax. Breathe.
Right.
Because I didn't say it. Our special
All right,
guest today said it.
So who you got?
You know what? I'm going to go with the Boston Celtics. I want them to win because they've been to the finals a couple times. Jason Tatum is like 26 now. Jaylen Brown. And I think that little rite of passage. So that's on one side of it. I like some Luka Doncic, man.
I know.
Luka.
I can't. He's a beast.
I like Luka.
I got to give
and I
it
like
to
Kyrie.
him. And Kyrie.
As always.
Yeah.
But I just think that the Boston Celtics, I think it's their time.
It's their time to
I think
shine?
they fan. I think their team. I think they city. I think they prime for this thing. But it's going to be a showdown. It's not going to be easy.
Oh, it's going to be a
It's
showdown
going to be
for
a showdown.
sure.
When Luka and Kyrie show up, you got a problem.
Lieutenant Sanders, who you got?
I'm going with Dallas.
Oh, see.
You know what? This is what happens most of the time.
He
We
going with
right next door to Dallas, so that only makes sense to go for Dallas because I can go to Dallas this weekend and turn up with them. I ain't never even been to Boston. They're like, bro, how you gonna go for Boston?
Yeah, like-
You live in Tulsa.
It's just that, it's, I come from watching Kevin Garnett and Ray Allen them, and those were some great days of basketball.
Great days right there, man.
Yeah.
So we
So
gonna
you
see.
think they got one more in them?
They got it.
They got
one
one
more.
in them. Okay.
So y'all
All
tune
right,
in tomorrow
we gonna
night,
see.
and
We
if y'all
gonna
missed
see.
that, make sure you tune in to Two Dogs.
Yeah.
Every Tuesday from 6 to 8 right here on KBOB.
Yeah,
they got a
because they'll have a
super
couple of
sports show.
games under their
They
belt
gonna
by
get
the
in there
time we come
they
back
get to it.
again. Yeah, so
it's all good.
All right, y'all ready for the Black History Trivia question?
We are. And don't Google, get your thinking cap on.
Do not Google. Okay,
Please.
here we go. Who was the first African American Federal Bureau of Investigation's special agent?
Wow.
Was it A, Robert Strider? Was it B, Sylvia Mathis? Was it C, James Wormley Jones? Or was it D, Jesse Strider?
Read it again because you said C twice.
Did I say C twice?
Yes.
Oh, I did. My bad. Okay. Who was the first African American Federal Bureau of Investigation (FBI) special agent? Was it A. Robert Strider, B. Sylvia Mathis, C. James Wormley Jones, or D. Jesse Strider?
I have no idea.
This
JB,
is a no-brainer.
Oh, it's a no-brainer.
JB, you up first.
What
Who you
is
got?
it?
It's going to be C. James Jones.
Look,
That's his name.
I'm not going for it because it's James J, aka JB Smooth.
Right,
James Jones, man. It's
What y'all got on the live? Don't y'all start googling. When you take the ACT test and you don't know the answer.
Yeah.
Everybody know the universal rule. What do
The
you
universal
pick?
rule?
If you don't know the answer,
C. It's
you
C.
pick C.
Yeah.
That's that because I sure don't know.
It's
I
Sylvia,
have
it's
no
Sylvia
idea.
Mathis.
Sylvia
You're
Mathis?
saying Sylvia Mathis.
What y'all got on the live? We
Yeah.
gonna get y'all, and Damali gonna put it, and we gonna start. We getting our merch in, believe it or not. We getting
Yeah.
tank
Yeah.
tops and hats and all kind of stuff. So we
yeah.
gonna be sending that stuff out. So y'all jump on the live. Let us get those answers, and we gonna take the quickest break known to mankind. And when we
Breaking?
come back, we
Yeah.
gonna jump into what we do the first Wednesday of every month, the police
Yeah.
report. Hanging there,
Uh-oh.
KBOB
Pulling somebody
89.9
over?
FM. World One Development News you can use. Charles and Damali will be right back.
The 36th Street North Event Center is a full-scale event center where we share the experiences of the community. At the event center, you can rent space for weddings, birthday parties, receptions, concerts, Greek events, quinceañeras, and much more. We also do custom decor, linen, and centerpieces. We're located at 1125 East 36th Street North. To book your next special event, business gathering, or community event, call us at 918-200-9046.
Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's that time again for Juneteenth. It's the largest celebration of African American freedom in the United States. And it all goes down Saturday, June 8th through Saturday, June 15th. Come celebrate the culture, vendors, entrepreneurship, ownership. We're talking black excellence. Juneteenth. And it all kicks off Saturday, June 8th with the Juneteenth Fashion Show at Vista 21. Tickets are online. Then Wednesday, June 12th, the Lovers Lounge R&B session at Lowdown. Tickets are online. And if that wasn't enough, it's still going down Thursday, June 13th on historic Greenwood, 11 a.m. for the Greenwood and Archer Block Party and Street Festival with live bands performing all day. Also June 13th, the Black Wall Street Pitch Competition at Greenwood Cultural Center at 6 p.m. Admission is free. Then Friday, June 14th, Freedom Through Wealth at the OSU Auditorium. Admission is free. Then Friday night, June 14th, grab your lawn chairs, blankets, and it's time to hit the OSU Greenwood lawn for the live concert with R&B songstress Kiki Wyatt. And just when you thought it was over, Saturday, June 15th, it's Tulsa Juneteenth Wellness at Guthrie Green from 7 a.m. till 3 p.m. Family Field Day and 5K Run, 12 p.m. until 3 p.m. at the Guthrie Green. Then, the Saturday night finale, Saturday, June 15th. It's the R&B Throwdown with the legendary H-Town performing live. Also special guest, Tamar Braxton, live in concert. Tamar Braxton performing live. Juneteenth 2024 in Tulsa. For a complete list of performers and performance slot times, visit the official website, tulsajuneteenth.org.
That's the sound of the police.
And now it's time for the police report.
Truck like an X-ray 985 should come back up
The police report on news you can use with TPD officer and Lieutenant DeLorean Sanders.
Bro, that wreck, that wreck is just always unnerving to me.
Sound like a real accident to me.
I know, right?
I
Like,
think that because you was in a bad accident one time.
Yeah,
man,
that's a trigger.
it's
almost.
traumatizing.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
That's something.
You
But
know,
never-
it be wild out in them streets. though.
It do be wild in them streets.
Yeah,
Yes.
but nevertheless, we got the man, the myth, the legend, Lieutenant DeLorean Sanders live in studio.
Yes.
Lieutenant Sanders, how you doing, my friend?
I'm doing well. I'm just like y'all trying to recover from this weekend. It was
Man.
it was nice.
know.
I couldn't hang out like y'all because I was working it.
Yeah,
but,
you was
right.
working.
But I still got to visit people and
Yeah.
talk to people and got to go into the tent, get me some of that good food they had in there.
Yes.
So it's a good thing.
It's a good
to work,
thing, yeah.
To work these kind of events.
Yeah. So
Can I ask you a question real quick before we go any further? Real quick. King Arthur's chicken or retro?
You know what? I haven't had King Arthur's chicken in a while.
I haven't either.
So I like retro chicken too.
yeah.
If you had a choice, which one would you make?
I would go to King Arthur's because I ain't never had it.
Good. Hey, I like that. Yeah. Yeah.
I've got to catch that.
Yeah.
You said you have not had King Arthur's chicken
in a while.
In a while.
Oh, okay.
I haven't had it since the old King Arthur.
Yeah.
I haven't.
The kids got the recipe down. I'll just say that. I can vouch for them. They got the recipe down.
Look. Here's my ranking. It's just mine, and I love some chicken. I love some chicken. But I'm telling you, this is just where I am now, and it's all so close. I'm gonna call it all A's, but A1, A2, A3.
Okay.
Is that fair?
Okay. What
But
you
is
got?
that fair? But man, I'm King Arthur, Wanda J, and I'm Retro.
Okay. I'm about to.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to run down King Arthur.
Oh yeah, you gonna have to run him down so you can figure out what's.
And let me tell you why. I went to Atlanta, Georgia to a men's conference. I ain't gonna even say who right now because it's trouble in paradise. Take that. Anyway. No, we're gonna leave right there. Just park it and keep on going. But anyway, I went down there to a conference in the Georgia Dome, and we had King Arthur's chicken in pans in the van.
Yeah.
I had never had it ever.
What?
And it was 2 pans in there. I ain't never had it. I didn't even know King Arthur. And I got in there and said, man, give me one of them wings.
And then it turned into 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Boy, I was like, what is this? Is this crack? No, I thought somebody had set me up. And they was acting like it was normal chicken. They were like 10 brothers. You know, we was going out to get our manpower thing on. I didn't eat nothing but King Arthur's chicken that whole trip.
I
All
only
the way
asked
down and
the
all the way
question
back.
because
It was something.
they just brought it back for the festival season.
Yeah.
Right.
To Legacy, to
It'll
they
be
were
at
at
Juneteenth.
Black Wall Street rally.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm sure there'll be a Juneteenth.
Juneteenth, yeah.
But they say it's an experience like no other. And I know you work at the festival, so I just had to know what your, if you had to get a meal, where would you, if it was a choice, like.
Well, I understand where you're coming from, but see, when they had them hospitality, I don't know about the booth.
That's true, but.
Yeah.
Right.
But I am, if they be a Juneteenth, I'm trying.
I heard King Arthur's was legendary, and I've never had it.
You never had King Arthur's
Never.
chicken?
And
Bro.
I
Let's
hate
do
I
this.
missed Saturday because I was going straight to the booth.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Yeah.
Damali, what you do your ranking. I did my ranking, so Marv gonna be looking for me on the purple card. I know you like purple too, so you got chicken and purple, so you leaning.
I would
What you
say
got?
King Arthur's is definitely number 1.
Woo.
Absolutely number 1. Man. Wanda J Retro.
That's a close. That's
I'm gonna have to throw a tie in there.
yeah. It's close like that.
Yeah, for real.
Wanda J Chicken Fire.
Yeah.
And I kind of throw that in because when I'm at Wanda J, I watch people pull up from Kansas and Texas. They drive here just to get a chicken and drive back.
Yeah.
Drive all the way here.
Yeah.
Like, wait a minute, you came miles and miles for the chicken. Now I drove from the event center.
They used
But
to do that
people-
in churches for Muskogees. From Fort Smith. They used to come from Fort Smith to Muskogee just to get
church's chicken?
'cause They didn't have no church's
didn't have
chicken
one.
over
Oh
there.
wow. Yeah.
I ain't gonna tell you. Every now and then I fall off the wagon. I like a church's chicken. I know the wing is too big, but I don't care. I just
I know.
bite
I
it.
be like, where do they get these wings from? These is
Let's get back
pterodactyl
focused.
wings.
Let's get back focused.
I know.
Let me say,
Oh, yeah,
it's
we
the
way
police
off.
report.
Okay,
We sorry,
okay.
y'all.
Okay.
Let's get into what's going on. So
I forgot what I'm gonna talk about.
no, we back. What we gonna talk? Give us some music or something, JB. Get us back in the
Get us
groove.
back focused.
What's our topic today? What we talking about, Damali?
So today, what we're talking about, and this is actually a heavy topic, you
Right.
know, but we still that's the purpose of this radio show
Right.
is to actually provide you with information and news you can use and resources to help you get through anything that you have going on.
Right.
So today we're going to talk about a little bit about domestic violence, and I actually pulled some stats. Okay, so first of all, let's do. The thunder?
Yeah, what is domestic violence?
Right,
Let's go
yeah.
with that first.
Let's go with that. The thunder scared me right there for a second. Okay, so domestic violence has been defined, and this is for the state of Oklahoma.
Okay.
Each state has their own laws and statutes that kind of define, different terms. And so for the state of Oklahoma, this is how domestic violence is defined. It is a violent crime, violence or abuse in a domestic setting, such as a cohabitation or a marriage. It is often used as a synonym for an intimate partner's violence, which involves a spouse or an intimate partner in an intimate partner relationship. It can happen to anyone at any age in both heterosexual and same-sex relationships. It also includes violence against children, parents, or the elderly, and can take on several forms, including physical, verbal, emotional, and sexual abuse.
Wow, that's broad.
Yeah,
that's really broad.
Yeah, very broad. And so here is a stat. In the United States, and it is estimated that 10 million people experience domestic violence every year.
10 million annually?
10 million
That
people.
is high.
According to the National Coalition Against Domestic Violence, about 20 people per minute are physically abused by an intimate partner, and about 1 in 4 women and 1 in 9 men experience severe intimate partnership physical violence, sexual violence, and are partner stalking with injury, PTSD, and a list of other things.
Man, Lieutenant Sanders, what you think about that when you hear that? When you think Tulsa and you hear domestic violence, do you right off the top say, man, we do have issues in that area, or do you feel like, man, I think Tulsa might be getting better in that area?
No, we have issues in that area here in Tulsa. I heard a statistic on the radio that we're like number 5 out of all the states.
Wow.
Not just Tulsa, but Oklahoma in general.
Right.
And we do have problems with domestic violence because sometimes when a young lady get in that situation,
right,
it's hard for them to leave. No matter, they know they need to leave, but they're looking at finances,
right?
And they're also afraid, and they don't have nowhere to go, and the person has brainwashed them so much that they just it's hard for them to leave.
I also found another statistic. So you were saying that you thought it was number 5. These are statistics from the this is 2023 stats, right?
That's just last year.
Last year's stats, and they're saying that Oklahoma is number 1.
Yeah.
They're saying that about 49.1% of Oklahoma women and 40.7% of Oklahoma men experience domestic violence in their lifetime, which includes an intimate partner, physical violence, intimate partner rape, intimate partner stalking. This is the highest in the United States. Oklahoma, so it says we do rank third in the U.S. for women being killed by men in single victim, single offender homicides. That's crazy.
JB, what you think about that? Did you know it was like that, man?
Yeah, I've been knowing Oklahoma's been notorious for domestic violence for a while. I used to be an offender. No jokes.
No jokes.
Seriously, I always felt like the system was more biased toward women than men, because I think men deal with it just as much as women do, but the man being normally the stronger person out of the two, they get looked at different. And that could be possible when the police show up. I had a personal incident when I was restraining someone with a knife in their hand, and I was just trying to go to work.
Right.
and they came at me with a knife. And I literally grabbed their arms, and the police rolled by. It just happened to be driving by. And he took me to jail.
Took you to jail?
Yeah, because he said I was the offender.
And that person
had the knife? She
had
the knife, trying to cut my tires. But,
man.
Wow. That's
just an example of
domestic violence.
Well, and just like I said, you're correct in that men experience it just as much as women, because this stat says 49.1 of Oklahoma women, but 40.7% of men, Oklahoma men.
Yep.
What do you say about that?
I agree. I mean, men has a problem too, but like your situation, you said one word you said to me, she had a knife trying to cut your tires.
Right.
Not trying to cut you.
Right. That makes it
she came in, she was coming at me.
I don't want to get
she
your
was
person.
going to cut my tires to keep me from going to work.
Well,
I don't know no woman that want to do that to her, man.
I'm just saying that's probably what was the decision making at that time.
Right.
Because they looking at property crime and violent crime. But that is true. We do have a lot of men homicides. A lot of our homicides are from domestic violence, and most of the time it's the man that does it.
Right.
Most of the time, very seldom we have the women that does it, but we do have it sometimes.
I can say lately, you remember just looking at the news, it seemed like it was some woman stuck in the house with the kid. The man got a gun. The police are outside, and it's on the news for 3-4 hours. And a lot of times it ends bad.
Yeah.
You be thinking, you're like, no, this is not a movie. This is real life. And it seems like more times than not, it ends up ending bad. And when you're a person that got a mom and you got aunties and you got daughters and all of that, it just makes you be concerned, So let me ask you this. So when you go, is it customary that if it's domestic violence, the man is going to go to jail and the woman can stay. How do y'all decide that when you come up on the scene and both of them are kind of going at it? How's that decision being? How's that?
Well, we try to listen to both parts of the story, but mostly, first thing we scan if who's hurt,
injuries,
injuries, and if the woman got a little scratch on him, most likely he going to jail if we think it's violent enough. He going to jail. We don't play because we can get in trouble if we know this lady, a person got injured, and we still let that person stay there.
Right. Liability.
Yeah. Then we can get injured if he's beat up or killed her late on that night, and we was already there and we didn't do nothing about it. We in trouble.
You know what? I can remember years ago when my kids were really young, and my oldest daughter's 35 now, or 36. But when they were younger, we lived in an apartment complex, and we were downstairs, and there was a couple upstairs, and the husband would beat his wife all the time.
My God.
You could like literally hear stuff falling and all that. And so we called the police one night. Because it's like in the middle of the night, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning, and they're up there fighting
it's
again.
Obvious,
right?
Something
bad is going on, and so we call the police, and they come out, and they go visit with the lady. And they come down to our apartment, and what they told us was, listen, every time you hear it, please call us. He said, there's nothing we can do. She doesn't want to press charges. You could tell that she had been crying and she was upset, but they couldn't see any markings on her. So apparently he had, knew what to do to make sure that they wouldn't see anything.
Nothing would be visible.
Right, nothing would be visible. He said, but every time, call us. He said, because you guys might be the very ones who save her life.
Well, sometimes you can look the right. This don't have no marks. You can look real hard. You look at the fingerprints on her neck, and you look at the hair. You see little patches out of her hair because they done pulled her hair. And sometimes you may have to tell her to raise the shirt up a little bit. Let me look at your middle
See what's
section.
going on,
Yeah,
right.
because that's where the bruises be. I'm not gonna hit you in your face. I'm not gonna do nothing to your arm, but I'm done something. Where they can't see you. You just gotta be able to. You got to be a good investigator. You can't be backing off.
And this always hurt my heart because I had so many aunties and I got daughters and grandbabies and all that. So when I hear this, it always bugs me. I've never ever hit a woman in my little 50 years I've been on earth.
I've
And
never
I see
either.
a guy doing that. I just can't see how.
I don't know what
can-
takes you there.
I don't know what gets you. I don't know what you get to that. But I'm not in some situations either.
Yeah.
So sometimes when stuff can be crazy where the woman is abusing the man and he's just trying to survive. So I haven't been in that situation.
And sometimes it's
either.
learned behavior. Sometimes you grew up in a household where you saw domestic violence. And then that's what even though you don't want to do that, it's a cycle. And if you don't go get help, and deprogram what you've been raised in and what you've seen, then you end up doing the same thing, that your parents did, that you witnessed,
Look, I tell you.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm going to say we need to take a real quick break.
Okay.
And we come back, we're going to have to give everybody like 3 tips to try to keep yourself out of a domestic violence situation. And when is it time to call the police? When is it time early, like even if you're a guy or a woman, and let me call the police to try to keep myself, one, from getting hurt or even maybe potentially going to jail. Because like you say, if it's a scratch, because if you toss her, a scratch going to show up. And this may keep somebody from going to jail. This
I think,
KBOB.
and the other thing is, too, to add to that is, what is telling and not telling. You know how we have that secret code in the hood. Don't tell. No, we don't talk to the police.
We're going to get into that next, too. Domestic violence and no snitching. This is KBOB 89.9 FM, World One Development News you can use. Charles and Damali will be right back. Domestic violence, y'all.
And if you know someone who's dealing with domestic violence, you can always call 1-800-799-7233. That's the National Domestic Violence Hotline.
The 36th Street North Event Center is a full-scale event center where we share the experiences of the community. At the event center, you can rent space for weddings, birthday parties, receptions, concerts, Greek events, quinceañeras, and much more. We also do custom decor, linen, and centerpieces. We're located at 1125 East 36th Street North. To book your next special event, business gathering, or community event, call us at 918-200-9046. EduRec is a youth and family fun center located at 5424 North Madison Avenue in Tulsa, Oklahoma. At EduRec, we offer a host of activities for children and families of the Tulsa community at little to no cost. To find out about the many programs, activities, and services offered at EduRec, please visit our website, www.edurectulsa.com, or just give us a call at 918-430-3947.
Hey, KBOB 89.9 FM, World One Development News you can use. Charles and Damali, and we are back.
We are back. So just a quick, if you guys want to get information about Oklahoma domestic violence, you can go to oklahoma.gov/OAG, which stands for the Oklahoma Attorney General. And there's a list of information of how you can get help if you need help. And Lieutenant Sanders, can you go ahead and just give us, just your summary of this?
Nuggets that people can use to stay out of
somewhat of a 3 nugget.
There you go.
Basically, when you're talking about domestic violence, again, you're talking about husband and wife, girlfriend, boyfriend.
Right.
It could be son against mama. It could be if you living in that house together and there's violence between y'all, that's domestic violence.
Yes.
Right.
And we have ways that we can help you. We can get if we need to get away from that person. We can get emergency protective orders.
Right.
That way we can get you out that house or fix it where that person can't come back to that house.
Right.
And then when you do get protective orders, you can't let these people come back because they say they sorry and you start feeling good and stuff like that. And then when y'all get in an argument again, then you say, well, I got a protective order against. Yeah, we're going to take them to jail, but we're still going to say something to you.
Right.
Because it's really, why you get to the protective order, and then when you get mad at the person, then you want us to take them to jail.
That's right.
You're defeating the system. And that's for your protection, too. Because, when you feel like it's time, you don't have to wait till that person hits you before you call 911.
Right.
Yeah.
You know your mate. You know your mate. You know when they go to the next level.
Right.
You go ahead and call 911 and get it started. And, because it is a crime for the person to jerk the phone out your hand or something when you're trying to call for help. That's an extra charge. It's an extra charge when you do it in front of your kids. That's another charge. We put all that in the report. And for the person that does domestic violence, learn how to just suck it up and leave. When you feel like you're getting to that level, and you get violent, it's okay to get in your car and drive off. It's okay to go walk off, go to the park somewhere till you cool off.
Unless you've been drinking.
That too much alcohol can cause you to do something. That's a whole.
Alcohol can lead to domestic violence also.
Yeah, because
abuse.
Some alcohol make people go to sleep.
Yeah.
And some alcohol make people liquid Superman.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to give you guys there's a 24-hour safe line. If you are in an abusive relationship or the victim of human trafficking or have been sexually assaulted or know someone who needs help, then you can give them a call at 1-800-522-SAFE. That's 522-SAFE, which those numbers are 7233. So that's, where we are with domestic violence. So I think we're going to do...
what do you say, last word on domestic violence?
I think
to a person that is dealing with it.
Put the camera on us so they won't think she the lieutenant.
I think, you just got to know when to get out. Yes. Because it always ends bad. Yes. It always ends bad. And it's not worth losing your life because losing your life is forever. So it just walk away.
Just like that. And that's why we had Lieutenant Sanders to come in to talk to us, to give us some tips, and we appreciate you. And that's why you are our Officer of the Year every year.
Yes.
With that being said, we're going to take a break because you know why? Trump got some charges. So we're going to get into
Ladies and gentlemen, the all-new KBOB 89.9 FM, Black on Black Community Radio.
And now it's time for the Hump Day Hot Topics with Charles and Damali.
Hey, guess what day it is? Hump Day! Hump Day! It's Hump Day!
Hey, Mike! It's the Hump Day Hot Topics on News You Can Use.
Mike.
Go ahead and get into the hottest topic in the United States of America.
The hottest topic in the land, in the United States right about now, is former President Donald Trump, the Donald, has been convicted of 34 counts of... he has 34 felony counts. So let's make sure just leave it right there.
34 felony counts.
Has been convicted. And, this has just been a crazy thing. First of all, there has not been a president in the history. So you don't want to be in the history for being the first president to have 34 counts of, 34 felonies. Come on, man. And he has been convicted for falsification of business records, which is a crime in the state of New York, for altering and with the intent to defraud is what he's been convicted of.
Right.
Now, let me tell you something that's even more crazy than this. I don't know what our, and you guys tell me what you think about this, but once this verdict came down, he raised $52.8 million within 24 hours after being convicted for his campaign.
I can't do nothing but laugh. It just don't make no.
That just speaks on where society is at, in his support system is obviously there because it's either him or Joe Biden, and they're obviously saying they're going to keep supporting Trump.
I mean, that is very clear. I mean, what are you saying? $52.8 million within 24 hours?
I think part of that is a sympathy, too, because he is going to need a lot of money to deal with what he's dealing with. I don't know if he can use that money to take care of that, but his problems are well from over. And, I mean, he should have been immediately disqualified from being able to run for
to me, that
president of
makes
the
no
United
sense.
States.
So what we're saying is, okay, we can't vote. If I'm a felon, I can't vote. Is what you're saying. That's the narrative, right? But if I'm a felon, I can run for president?
That don't even make no sense.
I'm confused.
You know, and to me, I think the biggest thing, too, is how everybody is so split on it. Mm-hmm. It's like 50% is like we still rolling. The other 50%, oh, no, I'm throwing in the towel.
Right.
But it's the fact that you got 50% to say, let us raise this money and do. I just think that we just have to do a little soul searching in the United States of America to really think about what we are projecting to our kids, to our future, to other countries. And what does that just kind of say about us when you do something like this? You can't even go get a job at Ronald McDonald.
Man, those are diehard supporters.
Well, and it goes back to what we talked about a few weeks ago when we were talking about the P. Diddy situation. It's like if you have money, then it's like you get a pass. You know, it's okay if you have money. But if you are a regular average citizen, then it's like, oh, this is unthinkable. Oh my God, get him out of here. You know.
But the thing about it,
say this, he probably normally would have raised $200 million had he not been dealing with all this. So some of the support that he had is turned away from him.
Now, wait a minute. They raised that in 24 hours, though,
24
JB.
hours.
Some people couldn't even get to their purse yet. They transferring money.
Right.
But nevertheless, the charges, those things happen later, I think in July. Mm-hmm. So right before it's time to do the...
so he's going to be sentenced July 11th.
Right.
And under the New York state law that for falsifying business records, it's a first-degree crime that carries a maximum sentence of 4 years in prison and a $5,000 fine, and he has 34 of those.
So there's no way he should be able to walk away from that.
No way.
Well, most legal observers expect his punishment to be little or no time behind bars based on the fact of his status. And he's a first-time offender and his age. So they're saying that most likely he'll receive probation or home confinement.
Ridiculous.
First time of 34 counts, though. That's the problem.
Right.
A lot of times it's like you did something one time.
Yeah.
One count.
Yeah.
So you get that.
Yeah. So anyway, that's the deal. All right. Negro Leagues.
Oh, man.
I heard this, and I'm so excited about this. So the Negro League statistics is going to be officially become a part of the Major League historical records. This happened last Wednesday.
Yep. Yes.
The move comes more than 3 years after Major League Baseball announced it would be elevating the Negro Leagues to Major League status.
Yes.
So there were more than 2,300 players who played in several iterations of the Negro Leagues from 1920s to 1948, and they're now going to be integrated into the Major League database. Now, the biggest thing that's going to,
it's going to create something.
Yes. The number one thing is Josh Gibson.
Yes, and everybody know him.
Yes. In a single season, his batting average was .44 in 1943.
That's crazy.
His slugging percentage was .974 in 1937. Ooh. His batting average was .372. His slugging percentage was .718. Wow. So I'm just saying all that and saying those numbers for some of you who don't do baseball at all. You don't even know what any of that means.
Real quick.
But what that means is basically he's going to become the season record holder for batting averages and all of those things that I just named. He is going to be number one. So that boots out some of the Major League Baseball players, the Babe Ruths and all of that.
Yeah.
Negro Leagues.
At a .974 was on what?
.974 was on slugging percentage.
Oh man, he's
That
a
is
hitter.
crazy.
Yeah.
A hitter.
Yeah, so he's going to surpass Babe Ruth in the league for both of those categories.
It's
the record
almost
book.
100%, guys.
Yes.
Just so you know, that's almost 100%.
I know, and my thing is, I'm not even making it about black and white. I'm making it about as history.
Yeah.
If we gonna have history, it includes us. If we were doing the same thing, and the one thing you know about us, we are athletic.
Yes.
So you can't be like, oh, they wasn't playing with the big boys. No, they were the big boys.
Yeah.
Because you talking about being athletic. If you go see them in Kansas City in that museum where they kind of do a soap up, it's just the way they built and look. You're like, oh my God, they was like some Greek gods out there playing.
Yeah.
So you know it was some high level stuff. So I'm just excited it's included. So some of the young African American baseball players that's now still in school can know. Because sometimes you didn't see that, you didn't get to know that. You don't think I want to be Jordan, I want to be LeBron, I want to be the football players, but you don't know in baseball, man.
Yeah, beast.
Beast
So
mode.
you know what? I just think that the diversity and inclusion, we
all
need to
it
just
is.
have it all the way around the board, and we African Americans were, the cornerstone of helping to build this country. So we need to be included in the stats of this country.
For what you did.
Yeah.
Don't give us nothing. Just for what you did.
Just for what you did.
Good job, Damali. I like that. Y'all make sure y'all share this live right now.
All right, so the Black History Trivia question. So here we go. Who was the first African-American Federal Bureau of Investigation special agent? Was it A, Robert Strider, B, Sylvia Mathis, C, James Wormley Jones, or D, Jesse Strider? So the answer is, I think Lieutenant Sanders said B.
Yeah, he did.
JB and Charles went with C.
Yes, we did.
When we got our live listeners.
Live listeners. We
Got a lot of C's on there, too.
Okay.
A couple.
So the answer is, if you went with C, you are correct.
Oh, my God. He just went with his name. You found something that related
He
to
just
JB.
went with his name.
I did it because of the ACT.
Yeah.
We got some of the other people on the live, and y'all got it, too. So, like I say, the merch is coming up. Congratulations.
So James Wormley Jones was an African-American. Hey, let me tell them the explanation.
Let's get the information.
Okay, he was an African-American policeman and World War I veteran who was best known for having been the first African-American Federal Bureau of Investigation special agent.
Nice.
FBI.
I was sure that you had the correct answer because you work in law enforcement, but I was kind of questioning, but I said, no, I was confident.
I went with her because that was a lady, and it was some lady that did
You're right, but she was later on.
Oh.
I
She
can tell
wasn't
you.
the
Later
first.
on, not
Yes.
first.
I can tell you what sounds like the best name.
What's that?
It just FBI agent. I can hear somebody saying, Jesse. You see Jesse Strider? Think about it, though.
Jesse and what was my number one? Robert. They're father and son. And they were
For
FBI
real?
agents as well. So all of these are actually FBI agents.
Oh, right. Okay.
All of them are agents, but they
But Jesse
James,
Strider, that sound like somebody coming to get you.
James
like, man,
was the first.
Jesse is looking for you.
So Bass,
you don't want Jesse.
You don't want Jesse Strider coming to look for you.
Bass Reeves wasn't in that
He wasn't
category.
he wasn't an FBI agent. Yes,
Right.
wasn't an FBI
Good
agent.
stuff.
All right, so upcoming events. 36th Street North Event Center has dates available. Don't call the police on because
Let's
we got
do it.
dates available. We cool. If you're looking for a place to hold your wedding, birthday party, banquet, repast dinner, etc., give us a call at 918-200-9046 to reserve your spot. EduRec Youth and Family Fun Center started its summer camp on Monday.
Yes.
And so there's a lot of phenomenal stuff going on over there. If you haven't thought about what you're going to do, or if your kids have been home for the last couple of days and they're driving you crazy and you're like, man, I should have called EduRec, go ahead and call us anyway. Our number over there is 918-430-3947, or you can just show up at the facility, 5424 North Madison Avenue. Juneteenth is happening June 13th through 15th on Greenwood. There's going to be a 5K and a 1-mile sunrise run/walk. National recording artists Kiki Wyatt, Tamar Braxton, and H-Town will be performing. So for more information, go to TulsaJuneteenth.org. The Oklahoma Rage women's tackle football team is going to be having their last home game. It's going to be taking place June 15th. You can go to Oklahoma Rage on Facebook for more information. Uganda Missions 2024 is taking place July 15th through 23rd. We're accepting donations at worldondevelopment.com/Uganda-mission. Remember, no amount is too large or small. Please consider making a donation today. Go ahead.
Great show today, Lieutenant DeLorne Sanders. What are your final thoughts for the people?
stay cool in this hot weather.
Yes.
And some of the advice that I gave you, use it and take it to your heart.
Yeah. All right. We got one birthday that we want to shout out today, and that's going to be our very own Uncle Bobby Eaton. His birthday is tomorrow, June 6th.
What's up, Uncle
Just
Bobby?
like that.
Yes.
Happy birthday.
Guess who else's birthday is tomorrow, June 6th?
Who is that?
My daughter, Glow.
Woo!
Down in the city.
Happy birthday,
One of our
Glow.
secret listeners,
Big
Big Glow in
Yes.
the house.
Yes.
That's 2 birthdays we got, man. It's been a great show today. We talked about domestic violence, and real quick, if you want to get some information, let me tell you a good book that you can get ready for coming out in October.
Yes.
But go to the Facebook page so you can follow everything that's going on, all the updates and all the happening. The book is written by Miss Allie Thrower. Her book is called Her Secret Shame.
Wow.
So go like that
I bet
page.
that's powerful.
Follow that page.
Right.
We're going to have her live on the show. We're going to dive more into that
Yes.
to talk about this domestic violence thing.
Yeah.
And we're going to make sure you get that book and get it signed.
Yes.
Do us a little book signing somewhere.
Yes, I
we
love
might
it.
do it right here at KBOB 89.9 FM.
I love it. I
News
love
you can
it.
use with me
I
and
think you should.
We got to get the first signed copy, though.
Hey, first one, number one.
Her Secret Shame. Go follow that
Yeah.
Facebook page right now, y'all.
Yeah.
JB Smooth, final thoughts?
The final thoughts is keep it cool, man. And if you're a man, just remember, the spotlight's on you, buddy. When it comes to domestic violence, you got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them.
Hey,
Yeah,
that's good
great
advice.
show, Damali. You got us today with that FBI edge. I'm still running from Jesse. I know it was James, but I'm running Jesse and James. Jesse
Okay.
James. Anyway, I'm tripping now. Final thoughts.
Final thoughts. You know, you only have one life to live.
Yes.
And it's not worth giving up, and especially if you're a parent. You know, women, if you have children, you know, think about what your children are learning from what you're allowing to happen to you. So, you know, get them out of that situation, you know, because you don't want to do that. So that's my final thought. Is just be wise.
Right.
You know, be wise and understand that there is help available to you. Get that help for you and your babies.
Just like that. All right, we got to go. Great show today. Make sure you keep sharing this live video. If you want to help us stay on the air, donate to Eat Media Services. To help our community radio continue to stay on the air, you can send your donation made payable to Eat Media Services. You can send that to 1216 North Lansing Avenue, Suite D. We moved on up, y'all. Tulsa, Oklahoma, 74106. This has been News You Can Use with your boy Charles Harper. That's me.
And Damali Wilson, that's me.
And we are live every Wednesday from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. So make sure you tune in.
It's JB, that's me.
Yeah.
Hey, check this out. Don't play no games with your business, advertising. You need to get the word out there. Make sure you holler at my team. The team is ready to deal with you. If you'd like to advertise and promote your business events on this show, inbox us at Facebook, World One Development. That's Facebook. Type in World One Development. Leave a message and someone will reach back out and holler at you real quick. This has been World One Development's News You Can Use with Charles Harper, Damali Wilson, special guest TPD Officer and Lieutenant Lawrence Sanders, and of course, all of you. Thank you guys for being here today. The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed on this program belong solely to the host and their guests and not necessarily to this station, organization, committee, or other groups or individuals associated with KBOB 89.9 Eaton Media Services. Y'all have a good day.
We out.
Peace out,
See
y'all.
Next week.